I'm here with Heen from MVP Phoenix. Yesterday didn't go the way they wanted to, but some stuff to be proud of. What are your thoughts overall on what happened yesterday in the qualifier?
We're obviously happy to have been Virtus Pro. Our game against Liquid, in game one, we were doing pretty well, but I think it's just a lack of experience. Liquid has obviously a lot more experience than we did, and well, the game speaks for itself. Like, they were clearly more experienced and more organized than us. So.
A lot of people didn't really give you guys a chance in the qualifier coming into this. A lot of people saying MVP Phoenix, Korean team, just 1 year, no chance. But you guys showed some pretty good games. Would you say that you're overall, satisfied with your performance, or is it just like this is just something to build on for next year?
Our team's always hungry. We're obviously sad that we didn't make it through the wild card, but at the same time, just 8 months ago when Korean Dota started off, nobody had expectations for us. So looking at how the community feels about our team now, I think we've come a pretty long way. We're still considered the underdogs, but I think most people would give us a fair chance at qualifying for TI or other tournaments from now on. We're pretty happy with the progress we're making, and I think with more time, possibly, in the next Star Ladder or other major tournaments outside of Korea, we can prove that we're a force to be reckoned with, even outside of Korea.
And how's your English so good? Give me your background. How did you where have you lived, and where are you from? All that kind of stuff.
All right. First of all, my dad's a diplomat, so I've been traveling all my life. I lived in New Jersey for 6 years. I also lived in Malaysia for 3 years.
And now Korea for how long?
For the past 9 years, I've been in Korea. Yeah.
So you have no accent, but you've been living in the U.S. just 6 years in New Jersey, and
yeah,
not bad.
My English is all right.
It's good, and I can't hear any accent. I know you're an old school kind of TL guy. I know I saw your posts on Team Liquid, and people think it's really cool that you're now playing for MVP. What's it like living in a team house with a bunch of other Koreans?
Well, it's fun. It's like one of those LAN events you go to, and you just grind games all day. But I don't know. It's like,
what are the positives and negatives?
Okay, the negatives are, it's really messy. Obviously, it's like 15 guys living in one apartment, so there's laundry everywhere. People are lazy. Well, the positives are, it's fun. You're surrounded by people, like-minded people who enjoy playing the same game. So you always have company. You have something to talk about. And we have the Hot 6 team is also living with us. So everyone has their own character. It's really fun.
Do you guys have little competitions within the house?
Rivalry or?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we play, our main scrim partner is Hot 6, and we have some kind of Jubei from Hot 6.
The guy's from NA Dota, right?
NA Dota.
Yeah.
And he has his little NA thing going. He doesn't approve of some things, so one time we tried to level 1 Roche in a scrim, and he immediately quit the game. And I asked him, yo, what's wrong with the level 1 Roche? We might use it in a match. And he said, you just don't do that kind of thing in NA. And I was like, yo, this is Korea, man.
Yeah.
So
whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Maybe you should level 1 Roche in the qualifier. Did they expect it coming, though? Maybe.
Yeah, we've never tried it in a match, as far as I can tell, but we didn't have the balls to pull it off. Yeah.
What's different about Korean training regimen? Everyone fears it. Everyone talks about it. Is it just discipline, hard work, or what's different about it? Do you guys look at the game differently?
I'd say we grind games pretty well. I'm sure like most of the top tier teams, players don't have any trouble playing over 10 hours a day. But I think we're very open about talking to each other, criticizing each other. We do it in such a way that no one's offended. When we talk as a group, it's in Korean, like there's a common phrase that before someone makes a comment, they say to be honest, and like well, in Korea, it's like when you say I'm gonna be honest, like no one's offended. Like people are glad that people are being honest. So yeah, so we can criticize each other in a productive way. I think that's one of our greatest strengths right now.
And how many hours do you guys actually practice every day? And every day, how many?
On an average day, we try to get 4 to 5 scrims a day, and then the rest is we have free time. I go on streaming. Kyo goes play. He's a solo rank fiend, so everyone does their own stuff, and it adds up to about 10 to 12 hours per day per person.
And is that 5 days a week, 6 days a week, all week?
Well, like what else is there to do?
Oh my God! Okay,
house, yeah.
You're fiends. And do you think that's one of the main reasons you guys improved so much so quickly? Because everyone watched those invitational games, and to be honest, they were not very great. But now beating VP in the qualifier in TI.
I mean, the reason we improved, I feel, is like Dota 2 is much easier to catch up compared to Dota 1. In Dota 1, like finding replays and watching them, it was you have to put in your individual effort and time to do it. But in Dota 2, you have casters. The commentators often include ex-pro players, so you get good insight from that. And I guess our trips to China and StarLadder helped us a lot.
Would you say that China is the strongest region right now? Or is it Europe? Or is it NA?
I would say on average China is the strongest, but this year I'm not sure if China can, exert their dominance again. I'd say Euro and China are pretty close, and NA, they have EG. EG is like above NA, personally. So it's hard to tell. It's going to be an interesting TI.
Give me some secrets from the team house. Give me some interesting stories. What's it like?
The team house.
Yeah, give me. You gotta give me something that's not, we practice really hard all day. What's a funny story that happened behind MVP? Doesn't have to be up with the Dota players either. I know you live with a bunch of other players too.
MVP team house secrets. Let's see.
It's just boring all the time. You guys just sit.
Boring. We fight over which bed we can sleep in. Our team being Korean, age matters a lot.
So you got a hierarchy, right?
Yeah, we have a hierarchy.
And is living with 15 guys, like, do any of them have girlfriends? Like, do they just leave the house for that?
Talking about secrets, our players are really secretive about, girlfriends and,
Why? It's just your friends.
I don't know. Like, they're afraid of, like, the SNS, like, media thing. Like, they don't want the public to know who they're going out with. So they're really discreet about it. But, when you're on the phone for, like, 4 hours, people will know.
People still use the phone? I thought it's all Skype now these days, texting and.
No, certain people in the MVP organization will take time to go outside the team house, and they'll come back in like 4 hours, and they're gonna be like, I gotta charge my phone, and something's up.
Okay, got it. All right, so that's the code word. Charge my phone. Yeah. All right. you know, this is just one step, I guess, for you guys. Next year, are there any bigger plans? Like, what are the goals? Like, are you just going to keep with this career, just keep trying to get better and just grind in TI5? What's going to happen?
When our team was first created, our ultimate goal was TI, and I think even our staff, our coaching staff, their realistic expectations for us to leave a mark on the Dota scene was TI5. So, like, even the players ourselves, 3 or 4 months ago, we had no idea we had a decent shot at being at TI this year. So it looks like we're making faster progress than we had anticipated, because we thought TI5 might be like our first appearance, and now we're here at Seattle in TI4. So things are looking good. We don't really have any specific plans about how to improve, but looking on the past year, the trips to Ukraine for Star Ladder and China helped us a lot. So as a player, I personally hope we can make it to more foreign events for Dota tournaments. Yeah.
Okay. You know, you guys really made a mark with the Korean fans. I think they like cheering for you guys since you guys are the underdogs. Mm-hmm. They don't get to do that often in video games. You guys are dominant in a lot of other games, but this one especially is going to be tough. So, were there any experiences, especially, you know, inside or outside the game, that you guys learned specifically from this qualifier? You know, just in general, like Valve treat you guys well too.
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard great things about TI, how it's like 2 tiers above any other tournament you've been to, and that's exactly what's been happening. It's great. Yeah, I really feel like I'm on a vacation. Like, the hospitality is amazing. You know, everything's just perfect. Was there another part of your question there?
Yeah, just about what you guys learned from this experience.
Well, now that the qualifiers are over, we used to think, before playing the tournament, we thought Faceless Void was just overpowered in this version, but looking at how Liquid beat CIS yesterday, you know, that made us rethink our values on, you know, the tier of heroes. Like, we have to reevaluate what we consider OP or not, because we completely forgot about Lycan, for instance, against Liquid, because Korean teams they don't enjoy playing Lycan, or they're not very good with it.
They don't like the Rat Dota?
We like Rat Dota, but Lycan is very different. I don't know. We tried using Lycan against Chinese teams and we got wrecked. So.
But yeah, like I thought, you know, Rat Dota would be like the Korean style.
How's that?
Because I feel like just like that Roche story you had with Jubei, like, it's like just do whatever it takes to win. Mm-hmm. It doesn't, like, there's no honor in this kind of thing, you know. It's just do whatever it takes. And Lycan and split pushing, and it's looked down upon by a lot of fans because they feel it's kind of cheap. Mm-hmm. But, you know, to a team, a win's a win, you know?
Oh, I think that's very, it's interesting that you bring it up, because within our team, we had a discussion not too long ago about, there was a stage where we were underperforming a lot after TI qualifiers, and what we realized was that we weren't having fun playing this type of Dota, where we're playing the same lineup that we've played before, and it's the same timing, same ganks, same push all over again. And we wanted to, you know, even though Dota's our job right now, it has to be enjoyable for us to improve. And I think it's really true. You have to enjoy the way you're playing to excel in it. So we used Panda often, Brewmaster in this qualifier, and we picked up Brewmaster because that hero allows us to fight so freely. And at one point we realized we're made up of 5 guys who enjoy fighting. So, you know, we're looking into all these different play styles.
Yeah, and the patch lets you kind of like do what you want to do.
Yes.
Okay, so you know, let's wrap this up. You have any shout outs you want to give? Any thank yous? Last words?
Shout outs. Shout out to Clampain from the Dota 1 days. We still hang out together in Dota 2, but they've been the group of friends that have kept me playing. If it weren't for them, I don't think I would be here right now. Shout out to TL Dota, even though I don't really play TL.
Liquid Dota now.
Oh, yeah. Liquid Dota. I don't really play with them anymore, but you know, fun times. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for doing the interview. I wish you luck, and I hope to see a Korean team in TI5, and I'll be cheering for them. Well, until there's 9 Korean teams in TIs, and then we'll see about that. But thank you very much for the interview, and you know, good luck.
Thank you.